7. It's an honor to be here. Legend.
Yo.
Ja Rule.
Ness, what up, baby?
We had a good time on MTV the other day.
We did.
Okay, so follow the rules. New show on MTV.
Yes.
Monday nights, 10
Monday
o'clock.
nights, 10 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, so what made you want to do this? Because, you know.
I love MTV, man. Nah,
Yeah.
you know, man, I love television. I love movies, film. I love all that stuff. You know, music is my first passion, but acting and theater and television, all that stuff is running a close second. So, you know, when I got the opportunity to do this, I was like, you know what, this is going to be a good opportunity, and what better way to showcase my family or do a family show than with my own family. So it was a no-brainer. Did
the kids first be like, oh, this is going to be cool, or like was there like a division where people like, you know what?
You know, my daughter was a little bit, you know, like, I don't want to be a reality star. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Brittany, shut up. You know what I'm saying?
But I love that she's thinking like that.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Gosh.
but what I had to explain to her is, Brittany, there's different types of, you know, and there's different levels of this and how this is done. I said, ours is going to be done tastefully and nice, and, you know, it's going to be fun. It's not going to be what you think of reality TV, you know. So I think they all had to get comfortable with that. They thought it was going to be something else, and I'm like, Daddy got y'all, man. Don't, you know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean?
Dad's not going to throw you out there.
Dad's not throwing y'all under the bus to destroy our family, yo. That's not what Dad's trying to do here.
And I just love the fact that they're like real things that people are looking at. Like when you first saw the condoms in the bag, you're like, yeah.
Yes.
Your heart is like immediately like, this is not okay.
Oh, that's when it goes into like raise. That's 0 to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You just like, yo, hold up. Hold up. What do you think is going on here? You know, so that's just me being a parent, man.
Do you want your kids to be in this industry?
That's a good question, you know, because I know this industry is crazy.
Yeah.
But it is kind of their own choice, and my daughter was pushing that way anyway. She went to college, and she communications is her major. Yeah. So she wants to do like, you know, this type of thing and stuff, you know. So yeah, so she wanted
all breathe right now, just
yeah, she wanted to kind of go this route. And then my son, he has a microphone set up in his room right now. So I don't know what's going on in my household right now, but you know, kids tend to follow what their parents do, so yeah.
But if you could pick a career for them, what would it be?
I'm not mad at entertainment.
Not mad.
You know why? Because there's not a lot of industries where you can make this kind of money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it comes with a lot.
It does, but so does everything else.
Yeah, but doctors and lawyers don't have that extra stuff.
How do we know?
We don't know, but it's not so public, and you're not.
That's the issue.
You're not
That's
constantly
the problem.
bashed and
that's the problem.
Criticized for everything.
You gotta have tough skin, man. You just gotta have tough skin. See, I blame social media.
Absolutely.
Because it gave a voice to
everyone.
Idiots.
Absolutely, idiots by far.
You know, I think my kids are used to how it kind of goes on from seeing Dad go through certain things.
That's what I was going to ask. Did they actually see you go through everything in the industry?
They were young, so they really didn't understand it, you know, and then they were in, you know, white schools where it's not as crazy as if they were in the hood and I was going through all that beef stuff. You know, it probably been a lot worse and a lot different, you know, kids trying to tease them and stuff, you know, but it wasn't they didn't have to go through that.
Do they ever ask you about anything now? Like, do they have any idea? One, do they know your legacy? Do they understand what Ja Rule's done, his legacy?
They're learning. They're learning. My daughter my daughter understands. My son, my oldest son, understands, and my youngest son is learning. My youngest son came to me the other day. He said, "Yo, Dad." This is his exact words. He came. We was by the refrigerator. I was getting something out the refrigerator. He pulled up on me. He said, "Yo, Dad, listen to Rule 336 the other day. It's a dope album."
I liked how his validation.
That's his exact word. So now I know I made a dope album.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you for validating everything that I've done.
Yes.
So, and I was going to ask you, it was funny that a while ago during the whole Drake and Meek situation, and I really appreciate the fact that you posted the tweet and you said, who is supposed to be Ja Rule? Over 30 million sold.
Yeah.
I have to pause after that because that is amazing.
It's all right.
Let's put the facts out there. Yeah. And you write all your music.
Yes. And lots of music for others.
and created hits for others.
Yeah.
How did you take that whole situation when you felt like, okay, why am I even getting dragged in this situation?
You know what? I didn't care, but you know what's so funny? I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, somebody's going to mention my name in 50 in this stupid beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was coming. So as soon as I heard it, H.O. hit me. He's like, yo, did you hear the joint? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I heard it. You know what I'm saying? All I could do was laugh. I'm like, yo, like, come, like, for real, guys, like, do y'all thing, man. I'm over here. I got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Don't involve me with that. And y'all thing ain't that.
Yeah. Yeah,
y'all
no, at all.
That. Our thing was real. It wasn't that. It's not that.
And that's the thing I wanted to say. Like, when we talk about beefs, hip-hop beefs, where would you rate what you went through with 50 on the scale of hip-hop?
Beefs. Our hip-hop beef is got to be top 3.
Top 3.
You know, you got Big and Pac.
Yep.
You got Jay and Nas, and then me and 50. I would put me and 50s over Jay and Nas.
Yeah.
Even.
It was big, man.
Our beef was definitely big. And you know, it wasn't just me and 50. Everybody like to say Ja and 50, but it was like Ja verse 50 people. You know what I'm saying? It was Eminem and Busta and DMX jumped in. Like, it was like, yo, he's on the ground. Get him.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that you're able to, like, talk about it and put it out there and just, it's done.
I don't feel no way about it. Yeah. I'm happy.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, that's what life's about. It's about me being happy. But, you know, I said it best the other day. Somebody asked me about the Meek and Drake beef, and they were like, oh, Meek is taking L's, Meek is losing, and Meek is, he stays taking the. And I said, let me explain something to y'all. Y'all sit up here and you talk about this man's taking L's.
Yeah.
I said, do you know where this man is from? He's from North Philly.
Yeah.
The bottom. When you come from that and you are able to make a living for yourself, to feed your family, hire others and help feed them their families,
absolutely.
get them out there, you can't lose.
You won.
You won already. You know what I'm saying? So all of this, so I'm in a silly rap beef. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still good. You understand what I'm saying? So when people say that about Ja Rule, I laugh too. I'm like, yo, you know where I'm from, nigga?
Yeah.
I'm from Hollis, Queens, yo. I can't lose.
Yeah.
My kids, I'm paying for my daughter's college out my pocket, nigga.
Yeah.
Ain't no, what you call that?
Financial
student
aid,
loan.
no loans, none of that.
That's out my pile here, done. Got 2 more here, done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Family's taken care of. I'm taking care of my responsibilities as a man. I can't, I can't lose. We playing the game of life. We're not playing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We're not playing battle rap. I'm not a battle rapper.
Yeah.
And then when I think of that, even battle rappers, they win and lose every week. It ain't no big deal.
And it's not a big deal.
It's no big deal.
It's just, that's what happens.
Yeah,
that's hip-hop for you.
I seen Loaded Lux kill Calico and then him get killed by Murder Mook. Like,
that's just part of the game.
That's part of the game, yo. It's it is what it is. But like I say, our thing was very different and it's very distant from what's going on now. So I don't think about it no more. I don't. I'm in a good space.
Good. Yeah. And have you and 50 ever spoke? Ever? Not
really.
Other than the Twitter beef.
Not really.
That, but like,
you know what's crazy?
Sit down?
We had like a semi relationship.
Yeah.
Back in the days when he used to be on Jam Master Jay's label, and I used to go over to Jam Master Jay's studio all the time, see him all the time. And he used to be like, yo, Rule, yo, Jolly, let's put a record together, let's do a record together. And it just never manifested, but we actually, we were in each other's circumference,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's real crazy.
If you had a chance to talk to him, would you?
I don't think we have anything to say to each other than good luck to you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's positive. It's not, hey, I don't wish bad, and I'm not going to try to be your best friend. It's, hey, I wish you the best.
I've come a long way, Ness.
Yeah.
If you'd asked me these questions, hell, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I might have told you, I hope that nigga dies. You know what I'm saying? After I went to jail and seen so many black men, it's one thing when you come from the hood and niggas going in and out of jail. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing to be there with them all and actually seeing for yourself after you go from facility to facility and it's all black, Hispanic minorities. And then you go on these visits.
Yeah.
And what do you see on the visits? The kids of these young black men coming to see their fathers. The cycle just doesn't break. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm off that, yo. I'm all about my black people winning. And I'm not going to be a crab in a barrel. I'm not going to live that. You know what I'm saying? And I want black people to get off that too. Yeah. If you see another black person doing well for himself, man, give that man a round of applause, man. Because you know why? He got the same 24 hours in a day you got. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no special magic trick. You know what I'm saying? He's working hard just like you can go out and work hard. He's doing what he's doing just like you can go out and do what you know. So it's like, when you see somebody winning, applaud that person,
absolutely,
man. So when I see, when I think about the whole situation of us beefing, I'm like, it's silly, but he's a young black man that's doing well, and he's able to feed his family through this business, and I wish him all the luck in doing that.
And when I look at music and I look at Drake and Kanye, and they were able to rap and then incorporate singing with it, something that you did a long time ago, and they're glorified for it, which is one of the reasons why I guess 50 went after you, because it was considered, it's soft. Do you sit back and be like, damn, I was really way ahead of my time? Were you like, yo, they don't even get this?
I don't feel that way, because I sold a shitload of records. So when you were ahead of your time, it's like, yo, I started that, but it didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, these guys are all winning and I didn't win. You know what I'm saying? That's when you were kind of ahead of your time. But I won. You know, I won with my formula. So, when I see it evolving and, because, I mean, it is what it is. I'm calling spade a spade. When it evolves. The flow and the singing and the harmonizing, it's evolving.
Yeah.
So you got Drake now. Drake can really sing. Like, I was a shower singer. I just, my thing was, I made everybody else that couldn't sing feel like, oh, shit, he can't sing either. If he can do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the beauty of what Ja Rule did.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to the Drakes and he can actually sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually has a good voice and shit. So it's a little different. It's like, yo, I don't know where to draw the line anymore. And then now you got guys that are coming off of Drake. Drake was their favorite artist. You have artists like Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't know what he is. I don't know if he considers himself an R&B artist or a rapper.
Yeah.
When you listen to his album, it's like he does both well. So I guess he could go any way he wants to, But this is the evolution of hip hop. I'm not mad at it at all.
Who do you really like watching right now or listening to? You're just like, yo, I really appreciate what they're doing. I'm about that.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
I love Cold World, man. He's dope. Because you could tell which artists appreciate the music and which artists really studied the culture.
So now I remember back in the day, apparently there was going to be a super group. And I've been trying to figure out what happened. You, Jay, and X. What happened?
Egos. Egos was too big for one room. We couldn't get all of them. We couldn't get all them big heads in one room.
Is that just age and just where you guys were at, and because that was just everybody was waiting on that.
Jay and X were the real dudes you couldn't get in a room together. They had a legendary battle.
Yeah.
And they really just didn't like each other still.
Yeah.
from this battle.
Yeah.
So getting them on songs together or in a room together was difficult.
Yeah.
You know, because they just genuinely didn't like each other. But they started to warm up to each other as Hard Knock Life Tour started to kick off.
Yeah.
You know, and it started to get better, but it never worked because the egos were too big. And then by the time those guys were getting along, I was exploding because when it first came together, I was the low man on the totem pole.
Right.
You know, I was, you know, just one single in, if that.
If
you know,
that.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then I think it was just Can I Get Her? Like, I
that's
didn't even have my
it.
first
That's
single.
what it was, yeah.
So people didn't really know me like that. So, you know, I was always looking at that group like, damn, I'm always going to be known as the guy that blew up off of the Murder Inc. situation and with the supergroup. You know what I mean? And so I was gonna ride with it, of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're not complaining.
You don't say no to that situation, but it was in the back of my mind, like, you know, this is what my legacy is gonna be. But as it didn't go down, and then I started to become Ja Rule in his own right, and become just as big as X and J. Then I was on my shit, like, man, listen, man, y'all playing, man. If y'all don't want to do it, I'm good. I'm over here. And that's how it went. And then now my ego kicked in, and then it was all over. It was this is not happening.
I heard you guys had some music done.
Yeah, we had some records.
Is it ever gonna come out? Are we ever gonna be able to feel that history?
I don't know where, you know, those other lost tracks are.
Oh, we need that, Ja. You gotta find a way to get that.
She said we need that.
You know why? Because it's gonna preserve hip hop.
Yeah.
Yo, that's part of like.
That's like lightning in a bottle.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's just, and it's incredible. And I think we always gotta protect our history.
Yeah.
It's the only way to, you know, so that people know what.
See, I love the way you talk about hip hop with passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I truly love it. Like if it wasn't for hip hop, I'd probably be in jail or dead. You understand? So I owe my life to hip hop.
Gave us careers.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I see, you know, certain artists out there and they don't respect the code. It bothers me.
Oh, it bothers all of us. And if people don't talk about it, look, I'll be the one to say it bothers all of us.
It does.
You know, and that's the thing. It's a problem, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But you know, I wanted to talk about when you were working with like J-Lo and during that era, because like I love this entire era. Did Puff have a problem with you working with J-Lo? Was he insecure?
They wasn't together no more. They weren't together no more. Me and
J-Lo nice.
She was with she wasn't
the
with
dancer
Casper.
guy.
She was the other dancer.
The first dancer.
Right.
Yeah.
She was with that guy, and so you know it was what it was. You know.
God, imagine if social media existed then.
Oh God. So glad it did.
Yo.
No social media, man. You know, it's like social media is crazy, man.
It is. It's terrible. But you know what? I saw something that you had mentioned, and it was Black lives should matter to Black lives.
Absolutely.
So can you explain that a little bit more? Because some people are like, well, what does that even mean? What are you trying to say by that? And
they know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the Black Lives Matter movement. It's a great movement. You know, our country is so messed up, you know, from racial profiling, police brutality, you know, just the way they police our neighborhoods is a crime in itself. All of that stuff, you're 100% right, needs to be fixed. Okay, now let's get to the other side of the problem, whereas us as a people don't respect each other. How do you expect others to respect you when we don't respect us?
Yeah.
You know, it goes. You know, it's like believing in yourself. How do you expect anybody else to believe in you if you don't believe in you? Yep. I can't come in there and say, "Yo, you think I'm a good rapper, man? You know." Give me a shot. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at me like, get this soft-ass, non-believing sucker out of my office.
Yeah.
I came in like, nigga, I'm the nicest nigga you ever going to meet.
Yeah.
You understand? Which made people on the other side of things say, this little nigga's crazy. I like him because he's confident and he believes in himself.
Yep.
Us as Black people, if we got 95 people being shot and murdered over a weekend in Chicago. What you think white America's looking at that like? They looking at like these they animals, man. They don't care about each other.
Yeah.
Why should we stop that? Let them kill each other, and it's better for whatever agenda we got going on. All I'm saying is black lives have to matter to black lives too. And we have to take responsibility for our own actions. It's just like when I got locked up, went to prison for my jail, for my gun, right? I could, run on and say how it was a bad stop by the police and how they railroaded me and it was a witch hunt for Ja Rule and Lil Wayne that night. I could go and say all of these things. But at the end of the day, the guilt and the blame has to start here. It's my gun in the car. You know what I'm saying? So forget all of their tactics and antics and tricks that they did to get me. If it wasn't in the car,
exactly,
all your antics wouldn't have worked. You just pulled me over and you'd have said, all right, go on about your business.
Right.
So that's the message I'm trying to send. We can always point the finger, but you got to look in the mirror first.
And do you think it's because of the lack of knowledge on history?
Probably so.
Because it's like, because you want to find the root of it, right? You're like, yo, why is this? Why can't, you should love yourself. Why don't you? You got to
go way back, Ness. We got to go, talking back to slavery, Willie Lynch letter, all that stuff. These things, what people don't understand is these are tactical methods that are being used to segregate our own people. And these are like rules and laws that were made way back then. Like if you read the Willie Lynch letter, it's like how to keep niggas fighting niggas forever. For the next 100 years, this is how niggas are gonna hate niggas. They're gonna hate each other. Light skin versus dark skin. Like it was crazy. Set up this way. And I don't think, our younger generation, they don't understand that. They think this is just how it is and not how it was set up.
Why do you think that? What is missing to inform them? What is the problem, Ja? Was it that you cared more? Was it that I cared to study more? What is the issue that it apparently is?
Leadership. We don't have the leaders, out there. I mean, we didn't really have great leaders when we were young and coming up. But they were there. We had a couple of them. We had Al Sharpton. We had Jesse. You know what I'm saying? And they try to slander and tear them apart.
Yep.
Don't listen to these two niggas. These niggas are no good for you.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's a tough thing for our people to endure and what we go through as a people is tough. You understand? So for us to educate ourselves is the first order of defense for us to, make this thing better. Education is key. When you think about the Million Man March that just happened, that was a beautiful thing. And it was barely.
It wasn't televised.
You understand what I'm saying?
And there were all races out there.
All races. It was a beautiful sight to see. And it wasn't even like. But you're quick to tell me what Kim Kardashian's doing,
her wedding.
Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an agenda. When it's like that,
it's an agenda.
Yes.
Oh, Ja. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? There's just so much.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We got a lot of work to do, but it's always an honor to sit down and talk to you. You've done everything.
I said it in one of my rhymes, and the lyric is so crazy because it shows the mentality of young black men. And this is one on my records, older records, and I said, I might grow to be a world leader, like X and King. Yeah. If I could live a little longer than Pac and Big. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of our young black men.
Yeah.
Until I became 25, I thought I was going to die before 25. And that's a problem. But young black men in the hood, they live by this. They believe this. by 25, my life expectancy is there. I may be dead or in jail. And that's that. So let me get it and do it now. They living for the moment.
Yep.
We're not living for tomorrow. And that's why the issues, it's very problematic because we're not living for our futures. We're living for the now. Yep. And if you're living for right now, you know, you making bad decisions. Mm-hmm. So it's I hope people hear me, you know, but it's fucked up because there's what Ja Rule, Ja out.
What does Ja know?
I don't want to laugh right now. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks? You know, so it's like, you know, people people will hear this good message and make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
You know, this is the crazy shit we live in.
Shame on them.
Yeah.
Because soon enough, there's going to be a breaking point. There has to be.
I am going to be one of those people to try to help it.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm starting the Atkins Foundation, and like I said, you know, my wife, she's going to go out and talk to those nice lost young ladies, and help them find themselves.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to do the same for these young men.
I also heard that now maybe you and Irv are working on a show possibly to talk about the days of, you know, Murder Inc. And there'll be references to Rockefeller and Rough Riders and stuff. Can you tell us more exactly what that's all about? Because, you know, that kind of stuff can't come out and then we all get excited and not hear what's going to happen.
Well, I am all for keeping it under wraps.
You got it.
Because I just missed that about...
Yeah, because everything's so saturated, exposed.
It's like when you seen Prince or Michael Jackson, you was like, oh, shit. They really do exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you was a hologram.
You're real.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that when you see it used to be something when you walked in a room, it's like Charlie Murphy said, he had it like that aura around him. Prince walked in, he had like a purple aura.
Yeah, he was floating. He was just
Exactly. But it's not like that no more.
No, because social media.
Internet, you know. Whatever.
But there is something happening, and we'll eventually find out.
Yes, we're doing the Murder Inc. story. It's going to be a TV series, though. It's not going to be a movie because our story is long.
A TV series?
Yeah, because our story is really long and there's a lot involved
in it.
I feel
that.
And it's like you can't do that in 2 hours,
you can't.
You know, we're the only label in the history of labels to get raided by the feds and go through all the crazy shit that we went through. So, you know, it's like Empire's taking storylines, you know, from us and using it in Empire. So, you know, we want to tell the real, true, hardcore story of what it is. And you know, Irv's out in LA right now working on it and getting it done. And you know, but we've got great partners. We got Paramount and Brad Gray and Amy Powell. So it's definitely coming to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you already know who you want to play you?
I don't know.
I'm so like excited for you.
I don't know, man. Who
That's gonna be so tough.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with those things because look how many times they've tried to make Pac, right? And it's never.
But it's different because Pac is so iconic. It's like people don't want you to touch Pac. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So it's like people could. Yeah,
it wouldn't be as hard, but it's still kind of hard because it's just. How are you gonna try to?
Well, at least I'm still here.
Yeah, so you could be like,
I could be like, I wouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much. Yeah, scale. You know, so I don't know. We'll see. But I would. He's got to be a seasoned actor.
For sure.
He could be a new guy, but he's got to have his chops. He's got to be good. You know what I mean? So.
How about music?
Music. I love music. My first love. I'm working on my new project, Genius Loves Company. I'm gonna put it out sometime next year.
But is it a compilation? Is it just you? Are you more producing? Are you more writing?
It's an album. It's an album for me, and you know.
Why do you have that smirk? It's like you're hiding something from me. Why are you hiding things?
You know when you have something that you feel like, yo, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
But nobody else knows. You're like a little kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel that way about a couple of projects that we have coming, and I'm like, nobody really knows what's going
exciting.
on. It's exciting. And it's like when it hits, people are gonna be like, dope. You know, so I'm excited.
So next year is a big year.
Next year is gonna be a great year, you know. And you know, I start my new company and stuff. You know, It's just fun, man.
And I love the show. Make sure you guys check it out. Follow the rules. MTV, Monday night, 10 o'clock.
Yes, Monday nights, 10 o'clock, man, on MTV. And Ness, let me tell you something, man. You was my nigga before this interview, but you my nigga now, nigga. I'll tell you. No bullshit.